Okay, so excuse me. Well, I guess actually they do tell you just how gassy you'll be.
I don't think anyone ever told me I was going to be gassy when I was pregnant.
Everything I read talked about gas.
Oh, well, whatever's going to be true to you, I guess. She's gassy.
We want to talk about everything babies, being pregnant, having multiple babies.
Oh, baby.
Make sure that you click the subscription button below so you don't miss any future episodes.
I'm a parent already, so even though Malika's the big sister to me at times, I've got the drop on the parenting thing. So I think I can be very helpful with this portion of her life.
You definitely can, and I do feel like in a lot of ways I'm taking your lead, especially with being pregnant.
It's a big deal to go through your first pregnancy. My husband, Bobby, and I have 3 children together. Our oldest is Bobby, but in the family we call him B3 because he is the 3rd Bobby in the family. He is 15 years old, so I am raising a teenage boy.
Who are you?
And she is saying that because it is a challenge. Although I love him, it is a challenge to have teenagers. I feel so bad for my mother now because he's a great boy, but they just get into stuff. They get distracted, and he's also a cool kid. So when you mix cool with past 6 foot at 15, and he's a little hunk too. So
I was gonna say, and he knows he's good looking.
He knows he's cute. Because he's cute. I mean, I'm just, relax, ladies, but he's cute. And then I think both of my boys are pretty cool because my almost 9-year-old, Christian, he's really into jewelry now and wants to wear a lot of chains.
He got so flashy overnight.
And my little princess, Celine, is 5 years old.
She's my best friend. We call
is.
each other best friend.
They literally, that's how hi best friend, hi best friend, hi, where's my best friend? And it's best friend over and over again. They have an extreme love affair.
She's the girl of my dreams.
She is, I call her my little black Rapunzel because my child has a lot of thick curly hair and this beautiful brown skin, and she knows how to blink her big brown eyes at you and get whatever she wants, especially from her father. She is a daddy's girl. She is the youngest in the family until our newest addition.
The reason why I was so excited to learn that I was pregnant was because I knew that my life was going to change for the better. The greatest blessing that I've always wanted, but didn't know how I was going to get it, is finally here. Yay!
It is. It's the best thing ever. The best is yet to come.
I didn't know when I was gonna have children. So deciding to freeze my eggs as a gift to myself for my 35th birthday was pretty hilarious now at this point because I have eggs in the freezer that I may never use because I made a baby in love and those eggs weren't necessary.
It was just...
It's insurance,
just in
but
case.
because you just never know. And it's funny how you plan and then life happens.
God had a plan too. I vote his plan every single time.
Yeah.
Because this happened the way it was supposed to.
Okay, so I literally got pregnant exactly a year later in which I froze my eggs. So you can't get that freezer money back.
No, you can't.
It's just really funny because it's really funny to me because
Apparently,
no, it's really funny because I froze my eggs and I just knew I wasn't having kids for a while. And then, I purchased the 5-year freezing package. I'm really seriously here oh yeah, I've got time. They're waiting it out. And then boom.
And it's fine. You could still use them if you decide to
crazy.
Later. But again, your plan. Plan.
Say that again. When you married Bobby and you guys moved to New Orleans, I wasn't around you all the time. So I don't really know what your transition was like. I was just me, and now I have this little person that's taken over my body that will eventually take over my life. How did you handle that?
The old you kind of goes away, but you gotta let her trickle back in a little bit every once in a while. But you just become I was Khadijah, and then I got married, and then I had a kid. You'll do the same thing. You're I was Malika, and I was always by myself and I do all these things by myself. Now you're gonna have like this little buddy with you all the time that needs a lot of your help, but it's gonna be great. It's gonna be like your permanent little best friend. Like I have permanent little best friends running around my house.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that someone will need me. I don't know if I ever really thought like, oh, what will my sister be like when she's pregnant? I don't think I ever had that thought. But one day I saw her and she was just like little. And the next time you saw her belly before you saw her face, it was like the cutest thing. And I was like, what do you eat out there? And she's like, Bobby comes home from work and he brings me these family-sized bags of potato chips that are like pickle flavor. No. And I'm like, you eat that kind of stuff? I thought it was hilarious.
So that dill potato chips, it was like a dream come true.
She really enjoyed herself.
I ate a lot.
No wonder why you drop off like groceries of just like junk to my house.
Because listen, you're gonna feed my baby. But I love and care about you first, so you have to eat too. So dropping off the groceries. Here are my top 5 things for having and raising kids. Now, I claim to be no professional, but if I had to give you any advice, I would say rest as much as you can, because you know how we like our sleep.
I know.
That's very important. And then with new mothers, it's very hard to come by. So just try. I mean, the 20-minute nap, you'd be surprised, can go a really long way.
Nap when the baby sleeps.
Okay, that's one count for me because I might forget these. Okay, so let's rest a lot, eat and take care of yourself. And then what is this, number 3?
Number 3.
Drink wine. I think that's fair, you know? I just think you have to let your hair down end of the night, right?
Well, I can't do that now.
Not now. No, I'm talking like when you have the kid. Like this is for like when the kid's here.
Got it.
Have a nightcap.
Okay.
Exactly. Have a nightcap. And then what number is this?
We're on number 4.
Okay. Number 4. Goodness gracious. I so need mommy right now. Let the help.
Gotcha.
Okay? It's okay to take advice from people that have done it before you. Doesn't mean it's gonna be the exact same situation for you, but take it all in, dump out what you don't wanna use, and apply it to yourself as a new mother and a new child, because every situation is different.
Okay, we're on to number 5.
Number 5. Trying to make it a good one, guys, but I think what I would say is you gotta give them a friend.
Wait, excuse me?
You have to have another one. So the easiest way to keep your kid like distracted and out of your hair is you gotta give them a sibling.
That's number 5?
Yeah, I think that's wonderful advice. Here's the thing, guys, okay? If you're having children, the greatest gift you could give your child, I think, is a sibling, someone to call an automatic friend. We were twins. We were born with an automatic best friend. So come on, why would I not have this logic? You give them another sibling so they have someone to grow older with, to share experiences with, to do all those things with. And they have like—
As much as I agree with you, I definitely didn't think that was gonna be your number 5, but—
I mean, obviously, I think that
at some point.
At some point, I'm not saying like right away, there's even doctors give you a grace period, you gotta wait a while, but wait a couple of years and—
Okay, I'll take your 5.
Take your 5.
I have literally become my mother. I spoil anything that breathes, and my sister's children are no exception. When their mom or dad says no, I say yes. I am still very big on discipline and manners, and their children have no issues with that.
Yeah.
I do manipulate the children with things that I give them for good behavior.
I'm so happy that you're admitting this.
I don't have a problem with admitting it. I really don't, because we have our own thing and it works for us. But I don't know. I feel like we're very blessed to be able to give them the desires of their heart. So as long as they're well-mannered the way they normally are, I don't have a problem with saying yes.
Ever. It's to the point now that even if the kids are at home with us, they will walk right by me, not even acknowledge that their mother is in the room, and they'll walk to their aunt and go, "Auntie, can I have this?" I'm like, "What am I, chopped liver?" And I do the same thing at her house. So if I'm there and they want something, they will not even ask me, like, "Mommy, is it okay if I have this?" It's Auntie's rules, and Mommy just goes right out the window.
I mean, but look at how nice that is. You get a break.
Kind
you should
of.
be thanking me.
That's not really a break, Malika, because if you just give them everything they want, which is usually junk, cream soda, Skittles, ice cream,
come
before
on.
dinner.
I make those kids eat well-balanced meals.
Sometimes.
I just give them the junk that you don't give them, which is fine, so they don't get it full time. We do treats. I make them drink water afterwards.
And then I take them home and I can't get them to go to bed. See? I can't wait.
Here's the, you get to do it with my
baby.
baby next. I mean, I get the auntie thing. I'm a professional aunt.
That's good. So I'm gonna take a page out of her book. Oh, baby. It's gonna be good.
I swear, if you and Bobby drop off living things at my house.
Oh,
we're
you
gonna
didn't
have
drop off living things at
major
our
problems.
house?
We're gonna have
She has bought my
major
kids
problems.
hamsters,
Every
mice,
kid deserves a hamster.
birds. I've had a little bit of
Celine
everything
likes
dropped
mice.
off. Not even Christmas. Just, oh, you got a good grade? Look what auntie went to Petco and got you. I have learned from the best,
I am
my love.
very, very proud
When this baby
of
gets
treating
here,
them.
it's getting a puppy
No, it's not.
for its 1 month.
As long as that
birthday.
puppy is going home with you.
It's not.
Don't drop off a puppy at my house.
I
I'm
don't think
dead
it's me you
serious.
should be concerned about. I think it's their uncle you should, because he's been tallying, Malika, everything you've bought the kids since they've got
Why
their
don't we
first
tally
animal.
all the other things that aren't living?
What, like jewelry and cell phones and
Yeah, all that stuff. You guys can drop that off for my kid. Absolutely.
Okay, that's a good
I
one.
agree.
Gosh. You'd think like Malika was a mother in her past life or something. She's like the award-winning auntie, but it stems from like some maternal place. So I've never had to say like, oh, Malika, you didn't do that, or like, oh, why didn't you do that? Like the first person that ever kept Christian overnight was you. Diaper bag in hand and car seat in the other, and strapped the baby in the car. She didn't even want us to help her. Like, she was completely confident and knew what she was doing. So I'm not concerned about her at all. I know the baby will survive. That's for sure.
I actually took Christian to his very first pumpkin patch. It was so cute. He couldn't even talk then. Remember, there was like a little petting zoo there. So anytime I would take him away from the little petting area, he would go E-I-E-I-O.
Oh my goodness.
Because he wanted to go
How do you
back.
remember that? He's almost
I'll
9.
never forget it. He would never remember that, but I'll never forget it. Christian is obsessed with candy. He's obsessed with gum. And we just learned that he really likes
to put anything.
can opener top, and he'll twist it off and let it float around in his mouth. Unfortunately, the young man swallowed it. And mom had to sift through his what daily until we found that little can
For
opener.
3 days. It took 3 days for me to find what we saw on the x-ray. Remember
It's
the doctor,
crazy.
the x-ray showed the little top of the can
Inside
in my
his little
child's
tummy.
stomach. He's really not gonna like that I told that story when he's older, but I don't care. Don't scare your mother like that. Let that be the lesson, children. Don't swallow things that's gonna terrify your mother.
Oh,
for days
and then
in a row.
how funny the day that we were at dinner, and what did he put in his mouth? And we both
Something
were like,
else that he could have swallowed.
It's
Like
just
he didn't even
kids
learn
for
the
you.
lesson. Not even a big deal.
It didn't
And he
matter. He didn't have to sift through his own stuff. He's like, mom had to do it, and I was fine.
I've changed diapers. I've changed hundreds of diapers. But that, Bob went out and got me a stick. That's disgusting. Okay. But that's what happens. They will throw you curveballs. These loving little creatures that you just allow to come out of your body and rule your world will throw you curveballs. But
So-
they're worth it.
Duly noted.
And keep long sticks in the backyard. I think my kids are really excited that Auntie is having a baby.
I think the boys are a little more challenged because they
Yeah.
kind of understand how when a new baby comes around, the attention kind of shifts.
Yeah.
And they're not really all that used to
Having to share you.
Yeah, having to really share me. So they're a little more vocal about, how much attention are they still gonna get from me, and can they still come to my house?
Yes.
And I've answered yes 1,000 times to all of those questions because I
think
actually
they're
want
gonna
them
adapt.
closer.
Yeah.
Celine is a little shy. I am a little more concerned about how she's gonna respond because
It's gonna be rough.
Yeah,
I think
can
the
kinda
boys
see
are gonna adapt because they've both already had a sibling come after them. So they just know how to, okay, well now there's a baby here and I'll just, kind of go along with it. But Celine has been the baby of the family for 5 years. And then it's also that you guys are just so close. So we're
True.
just gonna have to really involve her with the baby.
And I asked her, I said, Celine, do you want to help me with the baby? And she goes, well, I don't know what I'll do. And I was like, well, maybe you can help me feed the baby. And she goes, okay. And I said, well, maybe you could change a diaper. And she goes, but you have to smell it first.
Oh,
So she has rules about how
Only
she'll help
baby
me.
diapers.
But no one beats Christian. I
Ay,
told
ay,
Christian
ay.
that I was having a baby and he instantly yelled, yay! And then followed up with, it only took you 10 years. So we know exactly how he feels about me having a baby. Your child. That's your child.
Yes, I do think that's my personality coming out when he did that. So now that we've told you all these funny stories about our kids, we would love for you guys to comment below about your kids and your family.
Whether you're a parent or a certified auntie like myself, definitely share with us some of the stories of the kids in your family.
That was really good. Good one, Malika.
Was it? Didn't seem that clever.
It was good.
Ooh, what are those you're eating?
Okay.
Are those Takis? Hey guys, lock it up.
Lock it up.
You lock it up.
You lock it up. You lock it up.
You lock it up.
Lock it up. Babies. Hit me, baby.